SILVA, and we're here with Magic Image Hollywood Magazine. Today we're here with Francesco Quinn, and we're talking about family and life and all of the wonderful things that are happening right now. Francesco, you have years of experience of film and TV and
Hollywood.
Interesting family
Magic.
life in Hollywood.
Yeah, I was born in this industry, in the entertainment industry. I was, born around these kinds of people. And we were talking earlier about the fact that most of my family, more immediate family, is not necessarily my immediate family. Most of my immediate family were people like Ricardo Montalban, Cesar Romero, even Cesar Chavez, but my immediate family was all of the entertainment industry. My father's agents, my father's friends in the industry, and outside the industry. I mean, I have aunts and uncles who are huge philanthropists. I have people who are hugely famous. My father surrounded himself with interesting people more than anything, just the fact that they were famous wasn't even their fault. It was just the fact that we try and surround ourselves with people that we can learn something from, otherwise there's no point. As actors, we try and surround ourselves with people we can make fun of, so that we can imitate them and then do it on screen.
As we are here. Now this seems to be a pretty common situation occurring in Hollywood. Most families, typical families seem to gravitate towards their family life, their blood and flesh. But in Hollywood, it seems to be more common that your family becomes the people that you work around, and maybe not so much are born into, but born into through fate or destiny. Would you say?
Yeah, it's a difficult road. It's a difficult balance. I must say, my family's all in Italy, so I've been back and forth 12 times in a year. It's difficult. Valentina, my wife's family is in Italy, so we're going now at Christmas time, but it's difficult to juggle the kids' school, family. I have family here. I don't see my family here because I choose to live in Malibu and they choose to live, and so it's difficult. Traffic is insane.
Yeah.
Although, like I said, on the Vespa, it's not so insane.
No.
But family gatherings, it's it's a difficult. I'm one for family and one for immediate friendship. It's a strange thing, and I can't say I'm right for it. I can't say I'm wrong for it. My father was very much for that. It's very difficult to reach out to people across the world. He managed to do it. I mean, he was friends with everybody. My father knew everybody, anywhere from the President of the United States, the President to the dictator of Libya. So it's and then you have your more immediate friends.
The people that you choose
Yeah.
to be around, the people that you choose to influence your life and your artistic senses and.
Yeah, and to actually inspire you, because if you're not inspired by the people you're around, then as an actor it's really difficult. As an artist, as my father, as a painter, me as a writer and a guitar player, and I think even as an athlete, you want to go out with the guy who inspires you to be better. You want to go out with the guy on a ride on a bicycle. You want to go out with the guy who does almost as well as you, but you can beat him.
Yeah, of course.
But my father played chess a lot. Played chess, so it was a mind thing. It was just so you can have the mindset of being better than the other person intellectually. Yeah, it's a very interesting thing, But I'm lucky enough that I have a wife who completely inspires me every day, because she has two college degrees and I don't have one, and I have a degree from acting school at Herbert Berghoff Studio in New York City.
Shout out.
Shout out to Herbert Berghoff HB Studio people. Hi everybody. You want to bring up a conversation that inspires the other person, not just, you know, today I ate a pastrami sandwich. What was on the pastrami sandwich? Well, I had nothing, just coleslaw. Why, you? My rye bread was a little bit on the tough side. Really? Yeah.
At least the artist asks you, how did that make you feel?
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Pastrami sandwich. You love the juices. It was fantastic, right? It was like mind-changing scene. Right?
I was still going.
I was just, you know, we paint great pictures of stuff. Great pictures.
Now you mentioned bikes. You are a bike enthusiast, would you call yourself?
I'm
Or
a
is it
two-wheel
more-
enthusiast. I have a
Okay.
bicycle. I ride 20,000 kilometers a year. And I ride a motorcycle everywhere. In Italy, I don't drive at all. I ride a bicycle in the short distances, and I ride a motorcycle everywhere. I am an advocate of motorcycling. It is a better way to get around. It's more independent. It's more individualistic. It's cheaper. But the thing is that it's freedom. It's true freedom. Yesterday, I swear to God, I left here and went down PCH, and I went towards Santa Monica, and I was late for a meeting, and the PCH opened up to me. To everybody else, it was closed. But to me, it opened up, and I just said, "Ah, this is true freedom. This is my choice. I can do what I want to do. I don't have to wait in traffic like everybody else." You know,
And you have 3 children.
3 children: Sofia, Massimiliano, Michaela. Shout out.
And they all ride on the bikes with you.
They all ride, and they all know how to ride, and they can all ride Daddy to school. Just let them go. Officers, you didn't see that or hear that. No, but it's okay. We wave to the local sheriff's department. It's great. They understand. You know, we're in helmets, gloves. You know, I really, I'm an advocate of safety, but I'm an advocate of really learning to place yourself on the road. I mean, a person who learns to ride a motorcycle at 40 will probably not be around by the time they learn to ride it. It's unfortunate, but that's just not right to learn to ride a motorcycle, you know. So I think most people wait until they get a certain age and they go, "Oh, I think I'm going to get a bike. I'm going to ride my motorcycle on a Sunday." Mm-hmm. And then, you know, you get anxious and you hear these wives who say, or these moms who say, "Oh, of course, you know, I just learned to ride a motorcycle." Well, if my kids learn to ride when they're 2, and they understand that everything that drops on the road from a car or from debris drops in the center of the road. So never stop at a light in the center of the road, because everybody's antifreeze and everybody's brake lines and everything will just drop right there, and you're going to be braking, you're going to go right through the stop sign, you're going to fall, and everybody's going to knock you out and run you. I'm sorry to paint a dirty picture, but that's just the way things happen. And so I teach them now, look, place yourself on the left side of the turn so you can turn into the turn. Place yourself. And they learn that, and I wish everybody really would go and learn to go to school for that, because then it helps you later on in life. It helps you common sense. It helps you with cars. It helps you not to be texting. It helps you, you know, to understand the road, to understand to look 5 cars ahead and not the car in front of you, because you're going to hit the car in front of you. Because if you look at it, anything you focus on, by the way, you will hit it. There's nothing you can do about it. You focus on something, you're going to hit that thing. We were riding, I'm just going to tell a little story of my father. We used to ride jeeps in the desert in Morocco. And we'd go through the desert, and we were kids. We moved to Libya, we moved to Seba, which is an even bigger desert, right? And I remember on the move, my brother got to drive across the border, and my brother's driving across the border. There's one guy, this desert is enormous. This is Sahara Desert, for crying out loud. There's one guy with a water jug on his shoulder, and he's been carrying that water jug for hours in the heat with a full turban. And my brother's looking, oh look, there's a guy with a, watch out, you're gonna hit him! The guy knocked his water up. My brother almost hit this one guy. In the middle of the desert. Why? Why? Because he was focusing on the only thing that could give him a sense of direction, and a sense of destiny, and a sense of point of interest. So he's focusing on this, and he's going 100 miles an hour in this Jeep Cherokee. And he almost killed him. So we stopped and we gave him water and so. Yeah, it was worse.
So you've been, I mean, this whole commonsensical thing, as having a sense of common sense,
yes,
is, it seems to have gotten you through a lot of life. I mean, you're very adventurous, from skiing, water skiing, skydiving.
Yeah, I do everything.
Free diving.
Why not? Just try it. If you don't like it, stop. You know, get off. Why not? Just try it. You know, we have a whole ocean here, right? So.
Do you surf?
Yeah.
Okay.
On a day. On another day, I just don't surf. Last time I surfed, most of my chest hair got stuck to the wax on the floor.
Rash guard.
Rash guard! Love! I'm just
again.
gonna go out. I'm just gonna be macho. Okay, I'm just gonna go out macho. Okay, I'm just gonna. Don't worry about me. I'll see you later. Dude, that day was huge. This huge, huge wave. Just the macho didn't work for me that day. But like, I'll go on a jet ski to Catalina to have lunch and jet ski back. Well, why not? It's there. The ocean's there. And then, you know, halfway there, you'll find white squall and you'll be drenched and you'll be under the water and you'll be, but it was fun on the way. You try it, just why not? Just try it, you know. I just think life is there to try and do and enjoy. Otherwise, all right, if you enjoy staying home, great. But if you haven't tried the other things, how do you know you enjoy staying home? You know, I know I'm not a good skydiver. I'm just not a skydiver. I know I just pee my pants if I skydive.
So this is one of those things that you tried at least once.
Yes, you try it. Yeah,
I'm okay without it.
Yeah, no, I'm not scared of it. It's just not my thing. You know, it's just not my thing. I don't bungee jump because I'd rather actually jump. I don't bungee jump to fake jump.
Free diving.
Yeah, no, I'd rather free dive. Yeah, I'd rather, you know, hold my breath for 4 minutes. You know, and train hard to learn to do so. I'd love to do that. You know, we have Malibu divers right down the street, and, you know, let's go with them. Let's just try it one day. You know, it's just great. Take the kids, you know, get them a diving license. Yeah.
So do all the kids go with you everywhere?
Everywhere. There's mountains here. Every day we go out and do something. Here goes. What are we gonna do today, Dada? Today we're gonna skateboard down Latigo Canyon.
Now, the 8-year-olds
Yeah.
are adventurous. They love daddy.
Yeah.
The 11-year-old.
She thinks daddy's nuts, but guess what? Guess who calls me from school and says, Daddy, I'm on the sidewalk. I missed the bus on purpose.
I need a ride.
I need a ride. So daddy shows up on the motorcycle, the helmet. She gets on the back of the motorcycle. All the guys went, wow. And she, I said, do you want to put your hair up? She goes, no, it looks good. You know?
And then the phone calls come.
And then the phone calls. Chuck again. Chuck, hang up the phone before I reach through the. You got it.
Goodbye. Call back in 15 years when she's ready. Now, I had the pleasure of finding you on YouTube.
Yeah.
I tried to dig up some dirt and I found Indian skiing.
Yeah. That's something my father taught us. Just,
really?
Yeah, he just said, look, kids, here's a hill, do something. So actually there's a hill down here between Zuma and Point Wainimi where it's a sand hillside. And my father, we had water skis. We had no boat. And we had water skis, but there's not really many lakes around here, except for if you go, you know, to Pyramid or Stake, you know, you go far.
Drives.
You drive. So we had the water skis in the back, and my father said, well, if you put wax on it, just like a regular surfboard, and you just water ski this. And we swear to God. So we all just took our water skis up this sand hill, and we used our foot back on. I'm not getting anywhere. You know, and just more wax, more wax. And he'd be like talking to his best friend Pally, and he'd be sitting there on PCH, you know. Put more wax! Go faster! You know, it was just great, you know, just do anything, just go nuts. Just crazy stuff.
And that's probably why you're so artistic, your entire family, because you were taught to use what you have in all different senses, rather than take what you do have and, you know, focus on what you don't have, focus on what you do have and what you can do with it.
Exactly. I mean, if you were given something, you know, like an essay or, and Valentina is very much like that. Valentina, my wife, is very much, you know, that. We were given an essay to do. My older daughter, my 11-year-old Sophia, was given a little essay and recite it, and then it was to be something in front of the class. So she reads it, and she reads it to me like really fast, like you know, really fast. I'm like, that's great, but she does this amazing Indian character from Bombay, and it's like everybody at 7-Eleven. And she's the daughter of the 5-year-old retarded bastard. And so we make fun of each other all day. So I said, honey, why don't you just use that? And the teacher called, and she's like, your daughter just made fun of an ethnic group. Oh. I go, no, my daughter knows how to be somebody else when she recites it. The difference between a closed-minded, small-time acting teacher is the small-time, closed-minded acting teacher says, this is how you do it. There is no way of doing it. Otherwise, I live 300 yards from people who are trained to kill me. And you come down here. That wouldn't exist. That wouldn't exist. Jack Nicholson wouldn't exist. People with accents don't exist. Antonio Banderas would not exist because you do not say it like that. You say it with not an accent. But now accents are in vogue, as you understand. Yeah, of course, there is no way to do it. There's the guy that you find cool when he does it. So if she can find a way that she makes it cool, God bless her.
So you own everything you do. The moral of the story is,
own it, bitch.
Take what you got and own it. It's nothing more simple than that, really. But it's difficult. It is really difficult. And I mean, being out here in LA, being in Hollywood, and having the luxury of growing up with such talented and wonderful, supportive people is very much a luxury. And there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people who grew up without that and maybe felt like outcasts because there wasn't the support. Because, you know, rather than having 5 or 10 people around them that embraced their individuality and their oddness, you know, they had 5 or 10 people who said, you're crazy, you're weird.
Yeah, we're lucky that we have 3 creative kids who were born into a creative family. Otherwise, it would be a mess. Otherwise, it would be like, you know, it would be a mess. But my 2 little ones are doing a Disneyland commercial tomorrow. So tomorrow night they're busy. I wanted to take them to a concert, but my kids are working.
Sorry, Daddy.
Sorry, Daddy. The car picks us up at 5. What? Huh? Who got you that? Why didn't you get me one of those? Sorry. What? No, but yeah, they get picked up tomorrow at 5, and they get taken, and they do a Disneyland commercial too.
How do you feel about that? Your kids, I mean, this is...
College money.
Yeah.
You know? Parents, if your kid is talented, you can get them in a Disney commercial. Do it. It pays for college, it pays for books, it pays for an education, and, you know, even if they never go on to do it, you know, let them embrace this moment, let them say, I was famous for 15 minutes. Fame is hard work. Talent is not talent unless it's backed up by hard work. So maybe they're talented, maybe they can tell jokes to their friends. My favorite jokes were told by my accountants over the years. You know, my favorite jokes were told by my father's agents over the years. You know, people that really, you know. Don Rickles, though, does tell a good joke, I must say. He's a pro. But, hi Don. Shout out to Don. And Barbara. Love you. But there's people who I grew up with, funny people. Mm-hmm. That's where you get it. You know, you get it from people you grew up with, or people you grew up around. It's great.